at the end of the day, we just didn't make our plays. I got to give it to Stanford. They came out here, played a great game, played real physical. And at the end of the day, they just made their plays. When we have opportunities to make those big plays, those big game-changing plays, we just got to come down with it. That's what it comes down to. They clearly wanted it more than us out there. We just got to go back, correct everything we messed up on, tomorrow on Monday, clean up our little wrinkles and just come back. But, it all comes down to just who wanted it more. Instead, they wanted it more than us.
What was the mood of the team like, kind of as the ball started to grow and you guys started to see what was happening? What was the energy on the sideline like? What were you guys saying amongst yourselves?
The energy was there and it wasn't there at the same time. We just weren't consistent with our play, and that's what it comes down to. I feel like we came out real flat in the second half. A lot of the little things that we could have corrected, but at the end of the day, we're 0-1 for this week. We got to come back and try to be 1-0 next week.
What was the mood after the game in the locker room? What was the message to you guys?
To come back harder. We lost. It is what it is. This shit is over with. This stuff is over with. My apologies. But, we just got to come back on Monday with the right mindset. Everybody has to be on top of their stuff and, really give it all the practice. Last week wasn't our best week of practice, and it showed in the game. It was real evident. So, we got to make sure we stay consistent with the way we practice and the way we play. Because at the end of the day, it's all going to translate with each other. So, we just got to go out there and make our plays and run to the ball, fly to the ball, and that's really all it comes down to.
Fans around this program have very high expectations. When do you hear them booing you guys when you're on the field? How much does that kind of come into you when you're on the field?
Everybody knows what type of player I am, so I'm a very self-motivated person. So, I try to just block out the outside noise and play my game. I know what I play the game for my last name and my football team. So, at the end of the day, that's who I'm playing for. I really don't try to pay attention to too much of the outside noise, but we hear it, and I tell the team every day, let it motivate us. I feel like we're one of the most hated teams in college football. So, I've always played the villain role. Me personally, I've always played the villain role, and I don't have no problem with it. So, if that's how it's going to be with this team, we got to embrace that stuff and just come back every week and come harder. Show people why we're the villains. Simple as that.
What about for your coach? It seems like he's always kind of in that crossfire in terms of criticism. How do you want to play to kind of defend him in a way?
I love Coach Hudson with all my heart. He gave me an opportunity to come play for a dream school of mine, for a school that my parents love. So, at the end of the day, that's my biggest thing. Like I said, I play for my last name in this football team, and that's my head coach. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever I could do to make him look good, whether that's, making my plays on the ball when it gets thrown my way, locking up my side of the field, whatever it is, I'm going to do whatever to make sure this man got his job. And that's where I stand on that.
What did you make of the penalty issues tonight? The cornerbacks got dinged up a little bit.
To be honest, I feel like a few of them were bad calls, but at the end of the day, we just got to go back and watch the film and try to understand what the refs saw and go ahead and correct them. On my PI, I feel like it was a bad call, but at the end of the day, it was called, and it is what it is. But we just got to go back and clean up the little stuff, clean out the little wrinkles. If we were being a little too handsy this week, just practicing that, taking valuable reps at that in practice and just fixing it.
As one of the veterans of this team, what do you think needs to happen now going forward? What do you guys need to do? Where do you guys go next?
Everybody needs to find out what motivates them. I feel like, we come out with a lot of energy throughout the week, and then, once we get close to the game time, it's like a shift of energy. We got to stay consistent with the people that we are. If we're going to be this big hoorah team, we got to play like that every single week. We can't take off. We can't have low energy on the sideline when we have the most energy in practice. It shouldn't work like that. It's supposed to be vice versa. So, my biggest thing is, I'm not really the biggest vocal leader. I try to lead by example. But, at the end of the day, that's been my biggest message to the team. Just remember your why. Know why we're doing this. Remember why you're playing this sport. At the end of the day, we all grown men. We all got a job that we got to fulfill. And if you're not going to do it, somebody else going to step up and do it for you. So, everybody got to make their plays and just come out with the right mindset.
Was there any specific adjustments Orlando was trying to make at halftime with you guys?
That's more of a Coach Hudson question.
That's fair.